The Muse Market. Once a month, a hidden marketplace came alive under the cover of darkness. It was a place where artists, writers, and musicians gathered to exchange ideas, inspiration, and creativity. The stalls were filled with unique artifacts and mystical objects, each promising to awaken dormant creativity within the hearts of those who sought them. Among the bustling stalls stood a struggling painter named Isabella. Her once vibrant palette had turned dull, and her muse had deserted her. Desperation had led her to this mysterious marketplace in search of inspiration. As she wandered through the narrow aisles, her eyes were drawn to a small, unassuming stall tucked away in a corner. It had a faded sign that read, "The Inspiration Emporium, Curiosity." Piqued, Isabella approached the stall, where an enigmatic figure stood, shrouded in shadows. "Welcome, seeker of inspiration," a soft voice whispered. "What is it you seek?" Isabella hesitated for a moment before expressing her desire for a muse that could reignite her artistic spark. The figure nodded, understanding her plea. From beneath the counter, they produce a small glass vial filled with shimmering golden dust. "This is no ordinary muse," the figure whispered. "It carries the essence of forgotten dreams and untamed creativity. But be warned, every ounce of inspiration you gain will come at a cost." Compelled by a mixture of hope and desperation, Isabella purchased the vial and left the marketplace. Back in her modest studio, she carefully uncorked the vial and let the golden dust spill onto her paint palette. With each brush stroke, Isabella felt a surge of inspiration flowing through her veins. The colors danced on the canvas, bringing her creations to life with a newfound vitality. Her paintings began to attract attention, and her reputation as an artist soared. However, as the days went by, Isabella noticed a change within herself. She became restless, her nights plagued with vivid dreams that left her exhausted. The boundaries between reality and imagination blurred, and she found it increasingly difficult to distinguish her own thoughts from those whispered by her muse. Isabella's once harmonious life started to unravel. Her relationships suffered as she became consumed by her art, oblivious to the world around her. The line between passion and obsession had been crossed, and she was losing herself in the process. One fateful evening, as Isabella stood before her latest masterpiece, she saw her reflection in the vibrant swirls of color. Hollow eyes stared back at her, devoid of the joy that art had once brought. It was then that she realized the true cost of her bargain. In a desperate attempt to reclaim her identity, Isabella returned to the hidden marketplace. She sought out the mysterious figure from the Inspiration Emporium, longing to break free from the clutches of her muse. The figure greeted her with a knowing smile, accepting the vial back without a word. Isabella felt a weight lifted from her shoulders, as if a burden had been released. As she turned to leave, the figure spoke softly. "Remember, true inspiration lies within. Seek balance, and you shall find your muse once more." Isabella left the marketplace, her heart filled with a newfound understanding. She realized that the greatest inspiration came from within, and that the muse she had sought so desperately was a mere reflection of her own untapped potential. Armed with this revelation, Isabella returned to her studio, ready to embrace her art with a renewed spirit. She learned to listen to her own voice, trusting in her instincts rather than relying on external sources of inspiration. And as her brush danced across the canvas, she discovered that the true muse was not a fleeting dust, but a constant flame burning deep within her soul. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like button.